Okay, so because my computer is going wacko, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. So that could be to your advantage. Let's jump into some hacks that help make life easier. Number one, check your daily meal inventory in the morning time before you dash off to work or school or whatever you have to do today, that day. Check to see what is in your refrigerator and what you plan to have ready for dinner. Why is that so important? Well, it could help you avoid making that very expensive phone call or extra drive at the end of the day, or you suddenly realize you need to get certain things at the grocery store. It pays to be mindful of our inventory, not just the long term stuff, but the daily stuff as well. So, checking every day what your meal idea or menu idea will be for the evening time comes in very handy when we have more of our wits about us in the morning time. All right, next, utilize your slow cooker more often is very helpful economically. It's also easier. Put the stuff in the thing and just like go about your day. Even if you have to leave your home or apartment for a few hours, that thing is doing its job for you safely and easily for you. Come back and 99% of the work is finished. So why not? Whether it's part of another appliance or just a separate unit, slow cookers to this day are my best friend. Okay, get rid of half empty bottles of shampoos, conditioners. Do you have an avalanche of almost empty bottles all over your sink vanity in your bathroom or on your shower shelf? And it's like you just like taking a shower and then you like feeling all these bottles and your eyes are dripping. You're like, wait a minute. Eliminate that. That is stressful. It is annoying. You don't have to do it. Instead, consolidate those shampoos or conditioners into one bottle. Use the whole thing up. Get your money's worth, obviously. But I have a suspicion that nobody wants to be the person to use the last of it and actually deal with the bottle. Well, hopefully there'll be a brave soul in your home or apartment that will take care of that matter. Reduces stress, not to mention increases space. I'm just saying. All right, avoid fresh produce waste. How do you avoid fresh produce waste? Well, you don't buy so much darn fresh produce. It may sound admirable and noble to get all the fresh produce, but if it just sits there and rots in your kitchen or wherever you store your stuff, there's nothing noble, in my opinion, about food waste. Rather than that, if you find yourself in that category really often, then take heart and take action. Buy frozen fruits and vegetables instead. Use as needed. They are the next best thing to the fresh produce. And you use it as you go along. Nothing goes to waste. And you're also saving money also. But especially no food waste. No, 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 no. Get, of course, some fresh produce that you know will be used up. Okay. Next, you could turn a simple frozen patty, let's say if it's a frozen burger or a frozen chicken patty, the ones that are already convenience food type thing, turn it into a beautiful sandwich. Make that your main meal of the day. Put tons of lettuce, tomato, the stuff you like inside of that chicken patty sandwich or a burger or whatever. Blow it up to the hilt. You will feel full. You'll feel satisfied. You could get the salad stuff already, fixings in a bag if you want. If you get it on sale, even better. And then just put it to your sandwich, and it's a complete meal. It's an easy peasy complete meal. You don't have to spend a fortune on outside food. Many times people go to those fast food restaurants for what? A similar sandwich, except it's costing them a ton more money. And are you really saving time, effort, and energy? Having to get in the car, drive to the place, wait online, blah, blah, blah. To me, I don't think that's a time saver, but that's the way I feel about it. Have breakfast for dinner once a week. Um, Usually, except for this moment in time, I think, breakfast foods are usually the least expensive foods at the grocery store. Now, right at this moment, at the time of this recording, the price of eggs is from the sublime to the ridiculous, not to mention the availability. But there are other breakfast foods besides eggs, okay? Suppose you like French toast. Suppose you like pancakes. Suppose you like a sausage sandwich minus the egg. Work around it, if you will. Use one egg per person instead of two. Have breakfast for dinner. It's faster, it's easy. Most people love breakfast food. And most people love to sit down to a breakfast type of meal leisurely, as opposed to the traditional way of grabbing something really fast and just hopping out the door. This way, it's good on all ends. I am just saying. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I mentioned the half empty bottles. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the moment with these random tips and tricks. There may be more coming in the not so distant future. But I'll tell you, I have used and done everything here. Work around it. Circumstances change. Yes, like I just mentioned with the egg situation. Hopefully, a year from now, that's like a far distant, horrible memory. I remember the day when eggs, were so plentiful, so extremely inexpensive. And for anyone that has, their own egg, availability, right at hand, good, 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 good. That is a good thing. We have to come up with ways and become creative, especially when it comes to cutting corners. Sometimes you see those boxes of those complete types of, pancake mix, for example. Sometimes you could get a really good deal on it, but oftentimes you're like, can I put together this mix together myself? Yes. Yes. I have actually, I'm positive I made videos about this. I made almost 3,000 videos. So do understand if I don't remember every single video that I made, but I'm almost certain. But if not, if you don't find one from me, this is where coming onto this, for example, wonderful platform with wonderful content creators and so much of a variety to help solve problems, for example, or just questions like, hey, can I make my own completed pancake mix and keep it readily available at home? And the answer is absolutely yes. And it's less expensive than you think. Just follow the ratios of the necessary products, and you don't need eggs to do it. This is the part that I love. You don't need eggs. And let's talk about eggs for a second while I have a second to talk about it in general. Yeah, right now we're going through a little bit of an egg challenge, if you will, or whatever word you want to use. Lack of availability, limited supply, things of that nature, delays, lots of empty shelves. Okay, take heart. There are ways to work around this. Number one, make meals that do not include eggs. Make recipes that do not include eggs that you could work around it. Some people, for example, swap out applesauce when they are preparing a cake mix instead of 2 or 3 eggs. 2 or 3 eggs right now is not a good deal to just use to sneak into a recipe where you're not even getting the benefit of tasting an egg. Like I enjoy an egg sandwich, right? That's a lot different. So what I did this morning, and this is a good secret, I like to buy those frozen peppers and onion thing, okay, already cut up, done up, for $1.29. I get a bag. I take a little handful out. I chopped up the pieces small because the pieces were too big. And what I do, I'll take 1 egg instead of working with 2 eggs, and I'll add it into like a pepper, egg, and onion omelet. I stretch the whole thing, flavor it up, get your favorite seasonings. Flavoring things is an important thing. So I had my eggs, I had my veggies, and I only needed 1 egg. And I am still so full from this because I literally just had it a little while ago. And there are ways to get around things. So find these little ideas. Let us know your ideas to stretching a buck with food at the grocery store or other interesting tips and tricks. We really love hearing from you, and thank you again. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, everybody. Take good care of yourself and your wonderful family. Thank you. Hopefully this will close right away. Hopefully.